Boffo Show. Join Boffo and his guests, Fred Tatasciore, Phil Lamar, Fat Thor, and Harvey the Loki. And now, the mayor of the Metaverse, Boffo the Bear.
How you doing, everybody? Boffo the Bear here. It is March 2nd, 2022, 8 p.m. on the West Coast, and we are here once again at beautiful El Segundo by the Sea, coming to you on Twitch and Twitter and YouTube and Facebook. Thanks for joining us again. If you watched the show last week, you knew that our question was Star Wars or Star Trek. We got a bunch of phone calls, and the three finalists, the three most entertaining phone calls, we posted them last Saturday on the YouTube page, and now we are going to give one of those people a fantastic trip to Cancun, Mexico. You've been voting and viewing all week since Saturday to now, and one of them has more views than the other two, and that person is going to win. Let's take a quick look back at the top three finalists from this week.
Boffo, it looks like you put on a few LBs.
COVID.
Oh, is that what it was? It was the COVID LVs?
Yeah. I've been wearing this same sweatshirt for 2 years. This is like my slanket. Hi.
Can we talk to Boffo the Bear and sing the Star Trek song? La 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 la
Bum, 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 For it's 1,
2,
3 strikes, you're out at the
cold ball game.
And our winner is
Michael the Foodie.
They'll be fantastic. We can't get them on the phone right now because they're at work. As am I, but I'm free to make a phone call. I don't know where they are. We also got an interesting message last week from someone who was taking umbrage at one of my catchphrases. I have several catchphrases. One of them, you gotta love me, is just something I've always said because, let's face it, I'm adorable. But it turns out, you gotta love me was the catchphrase of some baby dinosaur on a show 20 years ago. So I was, well, here's what happened. Disney sent me a letter and I can't say it anymore.
I'm the baby and you gotta love. I'm the baby and you gotta love. I'm the baby and you gotta love me. Gotta love me.
So I can say you, I can say gotta, I just can't say them all in the same order, I just can't say that anymore. So I'm going to let it go. I'm over it. I know how you feel about me. I know how I feel about you. I just can't say it anymore. I hear all the whispering. I see all the comments. People saying, ooh, Boffo's had a facelift. Ooh, Boffo looks different. Boffo looks better. Yeah, this is Hollywood. You got to stay young and handsome. So during the COVID break, I had a little work done. Can we all agree I'm handsomer? I think we can. Can we all agree I'm more dashing looking? Can we all agree my hair is beautiful? I just want to look good for you people, my fans. I've been sitting in my house for 2 years waiting out this COVID thing, and you know what? I stare at myself every day in the mirror, and I needed a little pick-me-up, little tweak. Everyone does it. Mickey did it. Bugs did it. Yeah, even Homer Simpson did it. I just want to look my best. This is a young bear's game, this Hollywood stuff. I gotta look beautiful, I gotta be handsome and young at all times. So, yes, TMZ was right. I had a little work done.
You bitch! What the hell? I hate show business, I hate all of you people! I hope you choke on your damn pizza, you son of a bitch!
And I don't know that they're going to air this. I think it's really dicey for them.
Big deal! Trying to keep up with everybody. And I think, even though I look a little different now than I used to, we can all agree that I'm still handsome, right? Oh, yeah. So, this is me. This is what I look like. Just enjoy it. Thank whoever you pray to that you're living in a time and a place where a handsome blue bear can take over YouTube and entertain you for a couple minutes at a time. Is that so horrible? If this was 100 years ago, I wouldn't even be here. Well, I'd be here, but you wouldn't be able to see me because there was no internet. As far as I know. Not even that I have to admit it. Yes, I had some work done. It doesn't make me a bad bear. It doesn't make me vain. Time magazine said, I've got an acerbic wit, but a heart of nougat. What the hell does that mean? A heart of nougat. I mean, if I had really a heart of nougat, I would be dead because I don't think nougat is as viscous. I would be dead. So I think it was a metaphor to say that, yes, I may be crusty on the outside, but on the inside, I'm creamy and delicious. Like nougat. And now, I'm like handsome nougat. So enjoy me, Boffo, the handsome nougat-hearted bear. Very special show for you today. It's all about ComicConLA. Back in December, we had the first Comic-Con that's been held in 2 years here in Los Angeles, ComicConLA at the big convention center downtown. And we were there on the floor doing live interviews with a bunch of really funny people. And we're going to show them to you now. One of my favorite actors, a very versatile actor, cartoon actor, voiceover artist by the name of Fred Tatasciore. Fred plays Yosemite Sam, he plays the Hulk, he plays the Tasmanian Devil, and he's a wonderful, funny guy. We got a chance to sit down and talk with Fred and interview him. Let's take a look at that. How you doing, everybody? Boffo the Bear here at Comic-Con 2021, live in Los Angeles, California. We got a great guest with us right now. It's Fred Tatasciore, a man of 1,000 voices and 4 cats.
That's right.
Thanks for coming back, Freddie.
Hey, Boffo, it's so good to see you.
Now, we talked about Star Tours. You're Darth Vader. Mm-hmm. Have you been on the Looney Tunes ever?
Oh, yeah, and that's been a big thrill for me.
Who do you do on Looney Tunes?
Yo, Yosemite Sam and Taz. Good to see you, Boffo. Oh, Boffo, you're a strange, wonderful bear. Let's rob a bank. Come on, you varmint.
Have you ever done any on-camera acting?
Yes, occasionally I do. When I love doing it. It's all acting to me, so I just love it. So usually an independent thing here and there.
Independent as in like porn? You're doing porn?
You know,
as Yosemite Sam?
Oh, boy, there's a painting. Oh, boy, get the 6-shooters out. No.
Okay, thank you very much. That's my time. Good night. All right.
I know you were in Team America, which is actual puppets with strings.
Yes.
It's a filthy, filthy movie, kids. It's not real. It's not for kids, is it?
No, I don't think so. I mean, depends on the age, but no, actually, it's not for kids. You're right.
Who did you play in Team America?
I just ended up doing some voice matching. I had to do Samuel Jackson and a few other, characters. But yeah, that was that was one.
I think one of your most marquee characters has got to be the Hulk.
Yes.
Okay, that was a big thing for me because growing up, I loved the Hulk.
Sure,
I watched
who
the
didn't?
show. I loved the comics.
I used to confuse the Hulk with the Thing. I thought
Yeah.
they both looked similar. They were different colors.
You talking about Ben Grimm, the Thing?
the
right?
Thing,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
orange Thing with the blue
Yes.
Speedos. For
Yeah,
some
I've
reason.
played him too. I've played Hulk, Beast, and Thing. It's funny. I'm a good guy in Marvel and a bad guy in DC. I don't know why, but yeah. They are different, but you're right. I could see how you would connect the two. They are sort of frenemies. They're best. They actually are friends.
Uh-huh.
But there's one of the favorite things I ever had to do was play Thing and Hulk fighting, not each other, but like Hulk will end up using Thing as a battering ram.
So he's like, come here, Rockman.
And he's like,
What are you doing? Come on, take it easy.
So it's really, those are good characters. They're fun together.
They're bigger than life, bbig, strong characters. I love them.
You know what,
Yes,
Buffalo?
Hulk.
May I, if I may share with you, my love for you. I think you're an amazing bear, and you're blue, I'm green, but you really do. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, 'cause that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let it show. Your true colors are beautiful.
Oh, I got a
like
tear.
a rainbow.
That's Freddie Tatasciore, ladies and gentlemen. warming the cockles of my furry blue
Love
heart.
you, man.
Thank you, friend. We're by and we're done. I'm Boffo the Bear. We're live at LA Comic-Con 2021. Nothing more fun than Mr. Fred Tatasciore. Give him a big hand, folks.
Love you guys.
Thank you,
Love
Freddie.
you, brother.
That Hulk song, it brings a tear to my eye. Also, we talked to some cosplayers at the LA Comic-Con. Now, if you don't know what a cosplayer is, it's kind of like Halloween when it's not Halloween and no one's giving you candy. They just dress up as characters, their favorite characters from movies or cartoons or whatever, and they prance around the Comic-Con and act as if they are those characters, and some of them are really good at it.
Boffo the Bear here at Comic-Con 2021, and we are live with one of the greatest movie stars in the history of movies. That's right, the dude from the Big Lebowski. Welcome, dude.
Hello.
I haven't seen you in a while. What's with the hammer?
I just became worthy again, just recently.
I see. All right, is that who you're dressed up as, the dude from Big Lebowski?
No, I'm Fat Thor.
Fat Thor. So you put on the COVID-90?
Well, after the stay-home order, I started watching a lot of HBO Max and ordering a lot of DoorDash.
Right.
Next thing I know, I'm sexy. I'm up. Can't touch this.
Yeah, show me your hammer dance.
Like that?
Yeah, let me see your hammer dance.
It's cramps.
Wow. Good cosplayers, right? There's lots of kids at the Comic-Con, too. Kids dress up, they go with their parents, they have a great time. This kid, I thought, was just a very interesting, very intelligent youngster. Your real life name is Harvey.
Yes.
And you're dressed as what?
Loki.
And what is a Loki?
Loki is a god of mischief. I'm actually one of the variants. My parents are also other variants of Loki.
Okay. And are you in real life, Harvey, a jokester, a trickster, a malcreant?
I'd say sometimes, yes. Mainly when I'm at school.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done at school?
Well, I've played a couple pranks on my friends before.
You want to earn your Loki horns? You play pranks on teachers. What's the wildest prank you've ever played on one of your friends?
Well, I did this one prank where I hid a cream pie in my backpack for the whole school day. And during recess one time, I said, "Hey, Jimmy, come over here." So my friend Jimmy comes over here, and I grab the cream pie, and I say, "What's that over there?" He looks away and put the cream pie in his face.
When he turned back to you?
Yeah, when he turned back to me. Because it was like a surprise, you know.
Yeah, that's the essence of a cream pie joke. You can't tell someone, "Hey, I'm going to hit you with a cream pie, stand still," and then go really slowly. It's got to be very fast, right? Otherwise, it's not a surprise. Do your parents approve of your behaviors, your craziness?
Sort of. Mainly because I don't really tell anyone.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 12.
You're 12. What's it like going through life with the name of a 90-year-old Jewish man? Harvey?
It's kind of weird, you know.
Do you know any other kids your age named Harvey?
No, I really don't. I mean, I know a couple kids named like Fred and stuff, but never Harvey.
Right. Your parents are obviously grown-ups. I see them in their Loki suits. Do you see yourself coming to Comic-Con dressed as weirdness when you're a grown-up as well, or are you going to grow out of this?
No, I will never grow out of this.
Ever?
No, ever. I will always come to Comic-Con. This is an amazing place.
What about it attracts you?
Well, there's just so much creativity here. I mean, everyone, puts so much time and effort into creating their characters and playing them. It's really amazing.
Right. Let me see you become Loki.
Well, sometimes I can have kind of a British accent, but it's not really a British accent like that, but I try to act more like Loki. I have a kind of a deeper voice, and I try to become a little more intimidating.
You intimidate me. Try and intimidate me.
Well, I don't know. I could make myself kind of more bigger, and I could talk a little slower. I could sound a little more.
It's not working. I'm not intimidated at all, Harvey.
Well, it's kind of a work in progress.
Well, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
That is Harvey as Loki here at Comic-Con 2021 live. Go out and cause trouble.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Harvey. You can have as many Lokis as you want, it turns out. Last but certainly not least on today's show, which is all about the ComicCon, the first Comic-Con in 2 years, ComicConLA. We did a live interview with Phil Lamar. Phil does so many different cartoon voices, I don't even have the time to share them with you right now. Luckily, he does.
It's Phil Lamar. Hi, Phil. How are you?
Hey, how are you, Boffo?
Now, hold on a second, Phil. We got people all over the... I think we need a little more love from Phil. I'm going to introduce him again, and I want to get some love and respect. That wasn't even a handshake at the end of prom.
Well, Boffo,
Yeah.
if you would stop referring to them as Comic Cons, they might give you a little more love.
Half of them are wearing those ankle bracelets. Let's try it again. Hey, it's Phil Lamar!
You didn't take my note. I told you. Red shirts. People want to see bears in red shirts. That's where the money is, man.
Really? I'm the only guy in this room today without something written on their T-shirt. I thought I would stand out. You're one of the few voice actors who really has an on-camera career as well as a cartoon career, right?
Yes. I've actually had voiceover jobs that turned into on-camera jobs.
Which one?
Supergirl. I was doing the voice of a Martian that was completely computer-generated, and I was just voicing the character for about 4 episodes, and they said, oh, we're going to give him a human body now. You want to fly up to Vancouver and play that? Like, sure.
I think the first time I saw you on screen was Pulp Fiction.
You didn't see It's Pat?
I missed that one. I'll catch that on Blu-ray. A small part in Pulp Fiction, but
Yes.
so memorable, right?
Yes. Well, I only had 5 lines, but I had a lot of blood. So I'm like, I know I can't get cut out. They cut me out of this movie. They're going to lose 45 minutes. Like, what are they covered in? Whose brain is that? Nope.
Well, and we think Marvin is going to survive, right? You're in the back of the car. Everything's fine. So I'm assuming you spent like the day in the car with Sam and John Travolta, right?
Yep, yep. And the thing I love about that scene is it's a record scratch. It's like, wait, yeah, the bullets came from... You think God came down from heaven and stopped the bullets? You think it's just going to keep going on.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, bam!
No more lines for Phil after that point. The rumor is that they were hotboxing you all day long. Is that true or false? Hotbox, because if you've been hotboxed by Travolta, it's like being a made man in the mafia, isn't it?
The only thing that happened was when I first came in, we rehearsed,
Right.
because indie movie. I walk in, and John Travolta goes, oh, gosh, this is the guy I'm going to kill? The audience is going to hate me.
That's a good Travolta. Let me hear your Sam Jackson.
Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish. I'm trying to be the shepherd.
What do you do for fun when you're not acting?
I play softball every Tuesday night.
What do you do to inspire your team?
I yell, because, I've got this voice. Like, come on, guys, let's get out there. We need a pitcher, not a belly itcher.
Ah, it's a classic. You, Phil Lamar, you're like a superhero because you've got 2 lives, right?
That's right.
You've got your cartoon life where you can do anything, and you've got your real life where you can do, well, almost anything.
See, the problem is, nowadays you have the internet. So you can't have a secret identity.
No.
In the old days, when you did cartoons, nobody knew who you were.
Yeah, but come on. You tell me, you hate being recognized? There's not a little bit of part of you that, oh, it's nice to hear a little feedback from the fans.
Actually, I love it.
All right.
Because the thing is, when we do cartoons, you're in this little booth by yourself, and then a year later it goes out, and you're never with the audience. It's not like, doing a show. So to me, these Comic-Cons are great because it's like getting applause, one person at a time.
How about a little applause for Phil right now? Well, that's very little applause. They really took it literally.
They have little hands.
If you were a real-life superhero, what would your superpower be? What would you like it to be? Put it that way.
My superpower would be flying. With goggles. Whenever I see, superheroes flying, all I think about is bugs in your eyes. Ah, God, ah.
Does the Green Lantern fly? Does he walk? Does he Uber? How does he get around?
The Green Lantern flies, and the ring protects him from the bugs in his eyes. The ring does everything.
What was your favorite cartoon growing up?
My favorite actor, the one I model my career on, Bugs Bunny.
Right. Because he could do he could do drag.
Right.
He could do the postman. His postman character was always very funny.
Yes. What a range.
Right. And still, 70 years later, those cartoons, I think, are still hilariously funny.
That's right.
If we were going to put a Phil Lamar comedy moment, what would it be? 50 years from now, we're going to crack that open.
Well,
what's Phil funny? Yes, he was. Look at this.
I think probably my UPS guy. It's a character I used to do at the Groundlings. Oh, hey, whoa, dude, whoa, you're so blue. Are you okay? I think he needs oxygen. Stat. I'm a doctor.
And now you're playing Samurai Jack, who is a very inspirational character, right?
after 14 years off the air, we got to come back and finish the story, which never happens.
Never.
You know, you get canceled, that's it. It's right there in the song. Gotta get back to the past.
Right.
Gotta get back to the past, Samurai Jack.
That show doesn't come back without the love and support of fans on the internet, would be my guess.
Yep. And the same thing happened with Futurama. Futurama, we came back from the dead 3 times.
Right.
It's funny because the last episode, our showrunner said, "Welcome to the 4th ever, last ever episode of Futurama."
And do your Hermes voice for us, because I think it's hilarious.
Oh, you want me to just do a voice willy-nilly? You got to requisition it with the proper paperwork, you bear.
That is Phil Lamar, ladies and gentlemen, a super talented, super hilarious guy. Phil, thanks so much for coming down and joining us here at Comic-Con.
Thanks for having me, Boff.
Do you have anything you want to say to your fans before we go?
Thank you for watching. Because without you guys,
we're just 2 idiots in a box, yeah. This is Boffo the Bear. You've been watching Comic-Con Live 2021 right here from LA Comic-Con with our super special guest, Phil Lamar. Give him a little love. Give him a lot of love at this point. Well, that's our show for tonight. I hope you really enjoyed it. We really enjoyed being at the Comic-Con LA. I want to thank everybody involved at the Comic-Con down there, Chris and all the folks down there. They were very nice to us. And all the guests and all the people that came by and watched us. We had a great time. Comic-Cons are a fun place to hang out. If you've never been to one, it's probably because, well, you have better things to do. But my point is, maybe there's not a better thing to do than going to a Comic-Con. Anyway, there isn't for me. That's today's show. We'll be back next week with more of your phone calls and Skypes and more fun. Until then, I'm Boffo the Bear, the mayor of the Metaverse. What is the Metaverse? Yeah, well, I don't know. I really don't.